write the code without accessing the database. I wanted to see how we structured everything, so just to make sure that we give the right names and everything, but whatever. Where category is what we're looking for. We want to find where our category, and just seeing something up here, we can just use fed arrow functions instead of putting parentheses. You can just write it like this, and here you just remove the return. And it's done. And here, since we're going to follow the same psychology, you can just delete this, and we are going to return now paste this. Perfect. Let's indent everything. Okay, no problem. Category. We want to find a category that starts with our suggestion. Get documents, and let's see what's the issue here. Expected one parameter and found 3. Okay. Let's see what we expect to find. Okay. So here's the structure, the field name that we want to query. Then we have to provide array contains. Okay. Okay. Here, oops, where's the file? Where's the file? This one. Okay. The field name that we want to work with is category. Perfect. And here we can see the options that we can give here, dynamic, but what we want is this array contains. So I think I'm drunk today. Just joking. Array contains. So we want to check if our array contains our suggestion. Okay, there was a lot of things going on here. Actually, the previous structure I was providing is not for Flutter. Okay, let me just explain you guys what happened. A lot of files open here, and it's kind of hard to manage. Okay, so here we have future suggestions. We want to do what? String suggestions. We are going to get suggestion, and we are going to return a collection on our categories, where the category, which is this, is where we're focused on, and we might want to make sure that here this category contains our suggestion. Get documents, and again, then after we get after we get the documents, then we're going to have a snapshot, and in here we're going to return snap.documents, which is nothing but a list of document snapshots. So the structure is quite the same, which is going to be a list of document snapshots. Yeah, so what I was saying is the structure of this is quite the same, but here what we're doing, collection where category array contains suggestion, to make sure we have the suggestion we're providing. Then we want to get documents, and we want to return those documents. Perfect. Go back to add product, and exactly here where we have this, we are going to give category service. Get suggestion is also supposed to, so go back here. Name of the class is get suggest. The method is get suggestions, and back here, back here, we're doing the get suggestion. Perfect. Then we'll get suggestion, and for the suggestion we are going to get here, we'll want to display the category. On suggestion selected, so when a person clicks on that suggestion, what are we going to do? That's the question. For now, I will just comment this code to make, because we want to test if this in here is working, and then we'll go back to that. Okay, let me rerun the code, minimize this, reduce the size. And we still have a problem here. I think we would have to hold on, wait a second. Run the code again, and it's processing. Seems like nothing is happening. Okay, I'll stop. And even come in here and close everything, and I will run this. Okay, so after our app is up, we are going to view or to see if it did work. And for the brand, afterwards we're going to follow the exact same structure. That's not a big deal. But at the meantime, we can do something here. We have a variable called selected category here. Okay, we called current category. We will just set this to null, and okay, let's test this. And we are not getting nothing as a suggestion now. Item not found. What if we press K? We have a small issue here. First is the way the text is being displayed. That's something we must change. And here we do have the category list. What could be the problem here? Let's try to modify our method here. Is equal to suggestion. Okay, let's run this again and see what happens. We did one. I'll stop it and run it again. The field name is correctly given. Instead of array contains, or if category is equal to suggestion. Okay, but there's still a couple things to be modified here. The text size and everything. But that's not the main goal for now. We can modify this. Okay, it's open. and here we can add the category kids, and this category is present on our database. We didn't define on let's try to find woman. Now have women, but this is just how can I say, the problem here is that this is just checking for the exact match, and we don't want to check for the exact match. But first of all, let's style this a bit. Here on this style, let's try to give text style, and matter of fact, you can just remove any styles, and for the input decoration, int text, add category is what we want. Okay, and as I was telling you, here we can write visibility. Oops. Here we can write something like visibility, and I like to use the visibility widget so much. You will see why in a second. Visible, I mean, it's only visible if the current category is not null. Meaning, if you have content on the current category, we want to show this. And in here, let us create a child. Then we'll create the inkwell. Then inside of that, we'll create a child material, and we'll give a border to this material. Border.circular is going to have like 20. Then we'll give a color. We may give it, did we define any color here? Red, perfect. And then we'll create a child of a row, and inside of this row we'll create children. We'll expand these children, and inside of the expand we'll create a child, and it's going to be a text, and the text in here is going to be equal current category. Okay, and let's style this. Style. Let's style the current category. We can have text style, and at least for the color you can give a white. Perfect. And outside here we'll create my computer is lagging today. Icon button is what we want to create, and the icon we're going to create here is icons dot close, and the color of this icon button is going to be white as well. And on press, when we press on this icon button, we're going to set the state, and on our set state we are going to current category is equal to null. Okay, perfect. Now let's come here on selected. What are we going to do? We're going to set on suggestion selected. When we tap on the suggestion, we're going to set current category equal to suggested. Perfect. Let's run this. And while this is processing, and actually I'll go ahead and just close this, stop it, and run it again. And I don't know, maybe you're finding this kind of difficult, but what we're doing here, we're creating, this will be easier to understand when you see what's happening on the screen. But we want to, when the user clicks on the category, this is going to appear like it's going to show which category did you choose for that particular product, okay? And for this, for this row, you can just go ahead and add padding. Oops. You can just go ahead and add padding. Perfect. Now let's go to the category. Let's copy this code, and we are going to do the same thing for the brand, because the structure, as I told you, is basically the same. First, let's modify this, because we have to do things the right way. Nothing wrong with writing like that, but using fed arrow functions is the best approach. And now we're going to paste this. Same thing, the difference is here. Okay, now we can go back to our function here, and we may need to add padding to this. And now what are we going to do is take this visibility widget, and we are going to copy and as a matter of fact, we want to this padding as well. So copy this code, and I'll just comment here to make sure. Select category to make sure we know what's happening, and just here below this we'll write select brand. Okay, perfect. Now let's start. Select category. Okay, done. Select brand, meaning that here this is going to be visible if our current brand is not empty. Go down here, and here we're going to display our current brand, and here we're going to change this to current brand. And in here, instead of category, brand suggestion is what we want. No. Brand service, get suggestion is what we want. Suggestion brand, and finally we are going to set our current brand equal to suggestion. Okay, a lot of things done here. Let's make sure things are working first of all. Woo! Okay. Failed dissertation, a non-null string must be provided to our text. And I know where the issue is. What we have to do here, what we have to do here with the brand not null, but here is the problem, because the brand actually is null at the beginning. So let's do this. If it's null, let's just write null. And let's go back to the category. And by the way, when you're using this double question marks, you're basically saying if this is null, do something else. So if this is null, we will write null. Okay, let's try to see if that fixes our problem. Okay, problem fixed. Add category everywhere is not what we want, but whatever. Let's try to keep it. When you press on it, okay, we may have a problem here. What's the problem? Document snapshot is not a subtype of the type string. Seems like a lot of work, right? But okay, I know what the issue is again. Here you can just leave this. Basically, this is just to make sure that even when this is null, you write something. But the problem now is in here, because you're just giving suggestion, while suggestion is of type document snapshot. What we have to give for this to work is we have to provide here suggestion category. This is going to be a string of the type category, because yeah, it makes sense though. Add brand, and here instead of suggestion again, you have to give suggestion. Suggestion brand, because suggestion brand is a type string, but just suggesting the type of data snapshot, and it can't be assigned to a string. It makes all the sense in the world. Now, what else do we want? I would like to somehow increment the size of this. I would like to, let's say, to 60. Oops. And I'll do 60 everywhere, because I think 40 is like too small. 60, 60, and finally here 60, 60. Boom. Now it's everything bigger. Matter of fact, and don't worry, I'm seeing the changes on my real device, so just trust me. Okay, 70 here, and finally 70 here. Boom. Perfect. Now it's perfect. Let's rerun the app. And finally,